On this episode of Storytime with Ray, we will be traveling back to a cool winter morning. Last week in May at 2:30 p.m. The location? The lab by One Big Jam. The studio manager? Wayne. And the model? Tegan. So I decided I will arrive 30 minutes before the model to set everything up. But while en route to the location, a freight train blocked the way. So I texted Wayne and said, I am block X by a dang train, lol. But after the train finally moved, I was able to arrive at the same time as Tegan, our model. With no time to prepare, I saw that there was a black backdrop already set up, so I decided, I'm gonna try this. I set up my light, took a shot, and bam! It was underexposed, and I didn't like it. So bam! I took another shot, and it was slightly overexposed, and my white balance was off. So I fixed my white balance, and bam! I still didn't like it. The white balance helped, but I still didn't like it. So while internally freaking out, I decided to look back at my photos to see if anything had changed, like when you open the fridge and close it and open it and no food appears. But while looking at my photos, I realized, ooh, what's this? Pink and blue mats that go on the floor? Yes, please. So without communicating it to anybody, I went behind the backdrop and grabbed the pink and blue mats. I decided to lay them out perfectly, except I messed up some of them and overlapped them, so Tegan and Wayne needed to help me. So armed with a dry Lysol wipe and a cup of water from the cooler, I got down on my knees and I cleaned the floor mats. After having cleaned the floor mats, I stood up with a dirty cup of water and looked at Tegan and said, I'll pay you $4 to drink this. Tegan replied, pay me $40. Fearing I had to pay Tegan $40 to drink a dirty cup of water, I tossed it out. Looking at the black backdrop, I realized this was not it. So without communicating to anyone, I decided to walk around to look for a different backdrop. And while doing that, I yelled to Wayne, Wayne, I wish you had a blue backdrop. He replied, we do. It's directly above the black one that you've been using. So I scurried back. Noticed, right above, in front of my face, was a blue backdrop. So I said, can we change that? He said, yes, but the wheels on the backdrop thing don't work, just like every other one I've ever seen in my life. So Wayne grabbed a ladder, and we swapped the backdrop, looking at the pink, looking at the blue, looking at Tegan's orange thing. I said, yes, this is it, but we need yellow. So without communicating it to anybody, I ran to the other side of the studio, knowing that there's a half-inflated beanbag chair made of yellow material. So I threw it on the ground and said, hey, Tegan, sit on this. And then bam! We were rocking and we were rolling. So the moral of the story, don't get blocked by trains on the way to your shoot. And maybe, just maybe, prepare beforehand. But I do think it's the train thing. Look at the photos. Bye! Then it's